and in my front pan I've got some water going. Why do I have the water going in the front pan? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is put this tomato in our, not the first thing, but we're going to add tomato to our ratatouille. Speaking of which, let's start heating this pan up here. Just low heat to start it heating. We're going to put the tomato in the ratatouille, but whoa, one of my big pet peeves, drives me crazy, is when people make something and they leave the skin on the tomato. And then you get these coils of the skin, it sticks in your teeth, and I mean, they're not chewable, they're not edible, they're hardly digestible. You need to get the skin off the tomato. And in French culinary, this is called tomato concasse. Tomato concasse is simply seeded and skinned tomato. And the first thing I'm going to do is core the tomato with my paring knife. In my DVD series, Burn Your Recipes, Volume 1 goes over all the knife skills. A paring knife I'm going to use with the blade toward my face, the only knife we do that, and set my thumb as a depth gauge when I press the knife into the core of the tomato, and then simply turn the tomato with the knife at an angle. I core that tomato that way. The core comes right out with my thumb as a depth gauge. On the other side, I'm going to make a little X. This will allow the skin to withdraw, and go ahead and place this in my lightly simmering water. I'll put the lid on it so I get a little bit more steam going. All right, let's check on our tomato for concasse. Oh my. And you know, the more ripe the tomato, the more quickly this will happen. Let me show you what happened here. See that? See how the skin split on the tomato? See how when I made that X, that enabled the skin to split? Well, the next thing I want to do is drop this into some cold water. Get a bowl, some cold water or ice water, and this is called shocking. You'll be shocking the tomato. The object is not to cook the tomato, and actually, if I show you, I've cooled it a little bit. Here's the tomato, and watch how that skin just rubs right off. Just no knife, no anything else. And this tomato was so ripe that it happened so quickly that I think I might have even overdone it a little bit, because the flesh underneath is a little bit mushy. But there's my skinned tomato. And then what I want to do is cut it across the equator and expose the segments to the tomato, which should be cold. And when I put my thumb in there to get these seeds out, it's still cold. And with my thumb, I'll just go ahead and flick these seeds out in this respect. Here's my other hand, flick, 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 and then a little squeeze. And that's tomato concasse. This is seeded and skinned tomato.